Welcome to Season 2 of the Soualichi Stories, presented by the Foresee Foundation and funded by UNESCO. The Soualichi Stories series includes tales of our island's beloved legends, history, and folklore, as told by exceptional Sint Maarten storytellers. Foresee Foundation is honored to share these stories as it brings people together and bridges the gap between generations. These stories remind us of our culture, our heritage, our one island. Through these stories, we hope you feel more connected as we strive to keep the art of storytelling alive. Please enjoy this next Soualichi story and all the other stories in our series, and let us know if there's any other particular story you would love to hear in the future. Enjoy!
I say, come! Come, I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to sit under the old sandbox tree and silk cotton tree and listen to those Anansi and Jumbie stories. I say, come, let me go back to and listen to the storytellers who pass on the message of the past on guitars, through drums, songs, dance, chants. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days of the cold pot. The pea soup, the sweet potato, the tanya, the yam, pigeon peas, okra, potato pudding, tart, boiled fish and fungi, chicken leg and jana cake, saltfish and cassava bread, conch and dumpling, milk and roast pork, sauce and lokria, crab rice, kalaloo soup, the fresh goat meat, mutton, homemade bread, black cake, sugar cake, potato pudding, banana fritters, peanut punch, lime punch, marby, ginger beer, sorrel, cow milk, goat milk, guava jam, lime juice, gin and coconut water, guava berry, pomseret, rum punch, and sour sap juice. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to have the bush tea. Lemongrass, the warmer grass, the worry wine, peppermint, sweet basil, stinging thyme, soursop leaves, lime leaves, stinging thyme, sage, sweet basil. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to have the homemade remedies. Love bush for the heart, lemongrass for fever, chicken soup for flu, bullemass for poor circulation, and coconut oil for anything. Maiden apple bush, wild thumb and black cherry, cinnamon stick, tizzles are just a few things for diabetes. Lime, papaya, and papaya leaves, garlic, pomseret, they're good for pressure. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when you used to hear the message in parables. My child, what wrong with you? You smelling your or what? I say, who don't hear, go feel. And wherever you catch your cold, make up your bed and you lie on it. But I have news for you, cause hungry dogs does eat rakan. And the fisherman, he never say his fish bad, you know. So you better stop pick and choosing. You say a bird in the hand is better than 10 in the bush. In this house, there's one boss, cause two-man crab can't live in the same hole. You see who you're hanging out there with? Be careful. The pot will always call the kettle black. But I say, if you live in a grass house, don't throw stone. I keep telling you, stay away from Meloroso people because they say who to bring, the scary. My child, show me your company and I'll tell you who you are. What telling you is for your own good. Stick with those who you know because blood is thicker than water. You see, you're talking too much. You're making them wise. Remember a still tongue? Keep a wise head. Be careful who you call your friends, because if you sleep with dogs, you much catch fleas. And don't forget what they say now. Birds of a feather, they flock together. So roaches don't have no call in foulness. And I keep telling you, love so, don't have so. If you don't have money, you have no call falling in love. And now that you grow up, you think you're big, and you think I can't handle you. They don't say I have goat mouth. So you better look out, because one hand don't clap. I see you young people, you're ungrateful. But remember, don't bite off the hand that feeds you, for only time will tell. A bucket goes down the well every day, but one day it will stop in. And I'm telling you, long rope for Magadog. So you could do whatever you want, but not as long as you want. Cause what sweeten goat mouth will sour heat. And I keep telling you, donkey don't have no call in horse race. Today for you, tomorrow for me. And believe you me, you will never miss a water till the well run dry. My dear, never hang your hat higher than you can reach. Cause when monkey can't reach the grapes, he said it's sour. And I tell you, honesty is the best policy. Cause a liar have to have a good memory. But all you do, don't forget to play dead to see what kind of funeral you're going to get. There's only advice I telling you. Because linger longer spell Dutch. I say come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to have a garden. We used to have tanya yam, pigeon peas, okra, sweet potato, sweet pepper, chibble, lime, tomatoes, corn, arrowroot, cassava, sweet potato, Irish potato, cabbage, lettuce, pumpkin, watermelon. I say come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to take a chance to pick Miss John sugar apple, Bobo Kennep, teacher cashew and cherry nut, Miss Dina guava berry, bongo hawk plum, Fifi mangoes, Miss Edna pomseret, Miss Ebbe soursop, Miss Janie papaya, the Bells gooseberry, Miss Hodge stinking toe, James banana and fig. I say come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to find time to check Tamande. Ring-a roses, London bridges falling down. I say brown skin girls, stay home and mind baby. Row your boat, there's a brown girl in the ring. Little Sally Water, Michael rode the boat ashore. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Do you know that man from Colombia? Bimba. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to go out to quadrille, panam, bambula, carizo, merengue, waltz. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to spend up. Pitch marbles, throw cherry nuts, play rounders, jumping in the bag, wheelbarrow race, donkey race, play jacks, dolly house, police and thief, hide and seek, skip rope. Come, I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to sleep with the doors open. When people like Miss Butter, Miss Dina, Miss Rochester, Miss Hazel, Miss Bella and Teclobel, Miss Lally, Camille Bailey, Mom, Milton Peters would meet you on the road and lecture you for hours. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days of jollification. When everybody would come out and help you build your house. They used to cook up a storm, drink for so, water for so, walk for so, party from morning, noon till night. And nobody thinking about money. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to believe in things. If your eyes jumping, you're bound to hear bad news. If your ears ringing, somebody talking about you. And if your left hand itching you, you better start to prepare to give up money. And if your right hand itching you, you will get money. Not that customary money that you always get, you know. It's going to be different money. And if you point your finger at the graveyard in the night, it will drop off. If a big fly appears and settles in your house, you better start cleaning up. A stranger is on his way. And if you're leaving the house and you had to turn back, that is bad luck. If you're walking down the road and a black cat crosses you, that's bad luck too. And if somebody in your house and they're being disgusting and you want them to leave, turn the broom upside down, sprinkle some salt on it, and they're bound to leave. And if you're sweeping at night, don't sweep the dust outside. You will get the spirit angry. And if you're liming at night, when you reach home, go in backwards so the zombies don't follow you in. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to find time just to say, hello, good morning, how you doing? When you could ask your neighbor for a spoon of salt, for 2 eggs, a cup of sugar, some ice, a glass of water. I say, come, I say, when we used to walk morning, noon, and night, and still find to tell our children stories about Mother in Trouble, Queen Mary and Jemima, Jose Lake, Burner Scott, Claude Watty, the Bobo Tweez, Alec the Butcher, wanted to look here. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to hear about our culture, when we used to hear where we come from. I say, come, let me go back to the good old days when we used to jump on the plane and go to other people's land and travel through the Caribbean as one, and you didn't need no kind of papers. I say, come, let me bring our sisters and brothers together. Let us chant the songs of our ancestors, chant the songs of freedom. Let us free ourselves from this modern day slavery.
And I'll do about anything to make it bloom. And the morning, night, and noon. And to it I'll give my life to keep on shining with the sunshine that comes out in the morning.
We hope you enjoyed this inspiring Soualichi story as presented to you by the Foresee Foundation and funded by UNESCO. We hope this story helped all of you feel more connected to the island and to each other. More information on the story and schedule can be found on Foresee's website and Facebook page. We look forward to connecting again with you soon in our next Soualichi story.